2011.
Dope hip hop shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Rock the bells, baby. Rock the bell.
2011 by Guerrilla Union.
Keeping it live. Think of who we got here.
All deep. Raekwon and Ghost.
Rock the Bells is the only show in the world where the kind of hip hop that I love is what the focal point is. The entire tour is based around real hip hop.
You get to see all eras of hip hop from like the beginning to like what's going on now. We get the chance to see the future too.
You definitely feel the atmosphere of hip hop here. I'm just ready to get the show started for the rest of the night.
That's the crazy thing about Rock the Bells, man. Like I got all these Hyro shirts in my hand that I got, man. It's where a kid can be a kid, dog.
Just seeing the whole atmosphere of everybody just geeked up to see like classic ish, it's crazy.
You go from one place to another without even stopping. Everything's constantly going. It's insane. Nothing like it. Best experience ever.
If you are into hip hop, this is your spot. Like, this is insane. This is where it happens. We don't have artists, we have ambassadors of hip hop here today. I really do feel lucky. I'm a huge music fan. This is insane. If you are into hip hop, this is where you need to be.
I rap for listeners. My hands playing these imprisoners. Fantasy holders who niggas. I be dissing unofficial that more coolie. I dropped out of coolie high.
This is the first time I've ever performed my whole album, Illmatic, since it came out 17 years ago. I would only do like 16 bars of Memory Lane. I would only do small pieces of it, never as a show.
I want to put this mic in there and do this song, man. Let's do it. You know what I want to do? Yep.
Miseducation is always in my truck. Like it's always on my playlist. That and Illmatic, those are two albums that I would, when they ask you about your island albums, those are two of the albums.
I think that I was sort of given a charge to kind of give back to generations of musicians who came before me, who may not have gotten the acknowledgement that they deserved, and that when it was my opportunity to have the floor, that I should shine a light in that direction. And I think it resonated and spoke or represented something for a generation of people who needed that at that time or who wanted that at that time.
You need festivals like this to kind of give back to the fans, interact with them. You're not going to get too many people that are going to put together something where people are performing albums in their entirety, classic albums at that. You got very credible MCs and acts up there.
He rolled up, somebody was sipping on, said lean, you wanna hit it down? That's the same stuff Weezy sipping, huh? Tell to other rappers if he's spitting hard, yeah, 5 up on. They wanna pass in that styrofoam. The Easter pink heard a rhyme before, finally got to see what all the hype was on, and then he...
This is straight hip hop, and for the culture to be put on a plateau and it be on this scale, it shows you just how much it's evolved, how much it's thrived, and how much people still love it.
This is where you get all genres of dope MCs from every culture, everywhere, every coast, and it all piled in one, and it's just dope.
It's an exchange of energy for the audience of B-boys and B-girls who really love the craft, and it's also therapy for us as artists who get a chance to express who we are, revisit some of the things that we wrote and crafted over the years, and it's a big family reunion.
I'm always excited to see people that I've never met, and I've never in my life met Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? And I bought the Infamous when it first came, and everything, and I get to see them perform this record 16 years later.
This year especially, because I've gone almost all the Rock the Bells, all the paid dues, for years. This year especially, it's kind of like this class that came out maybe 92 to 94, and then this 20 years later, these new cats like Blue and Currency and Fashawn.
You preserve the culture by having the legends and the OGs of the festival, and then you're also kind of passing the torch on to the next generation. I think that's the thing that I'm the most impressed about. It really kind of preserves a legacy.
I was very curious about seeing Childish Gambino. He's just got a really interesting style. I mean, the fact that he's who he is, he's an actor, he's a writer, he's all these things, and he's really serious about the MCing.
One of the reasons I wanted to do the tour was because I felt like Rock the Bells is kind of like the heart of very cool hip hop artists, interesting, and I wanted to do something that that showed that, like, you know, I really wanted to, you know, do it. And I feel like the audience has been amazing.
You know, when you talk about classic albums being performed at Rock the Bells, definitely Cuban Links.
It's Raekwon's album, but to me, it's like Raekwon and Ghostface and the rest of Wu-Tang all together.
The name of the album is Only Built For. Only Built For. New York City, home the whole bunch of Rock the Bells. Make some noise. We make war. It's Ghostface. Hey, yo. Now, yo, what up, yo? It's the real dope. Let's get that politics. We can trade places and lift it. And word out. My thug-related style attracts millions.
I was living in Harlem at the time when that album came out, right? I went to the park, I had a little radio, I listened to the Purple Tape. This is real talk, man. I threw my rap book in the garbage.
That was beautiful. I mean, of course, you know, to go down memory lane and vibe out and, you know, remember some of the rhymes that you believed in so much. Yeah, it feels good to go back and do these rhymes, you know what I mean? Like I said, we got a catalog that's so long, it's like, there's so many records, you know what I mean? And just to visit Cuban Links, the album, is like a trip down memory lane.
This album was a legendary album. You know what I mean? It was beautiful. We was in a crazy frame of mind when we made it. We was young. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, it's one of the best albums of all time, if you ask me. So to perform that anywhere is a beautiful experience.
When you bring artists together, you dispel all the rumors of like hip hop beef and hip hop drama. Like, we're all in this for the love of the culture. I love Wu-Tang, I love Slaughterhouse. Like, I love to see these guys come out.
I think what separates Rock the Bells is it's not a fuse of a little bit of hip hop, a whole lot of rock, a whole lot of alternative. With those other festivals, you never know what you're gonna get, even though they're great. 80, 90,000 screaming people. You don't really know who they're there to see. When you come here, you know that they're here to see hip hop.
Back in the day, that was the one knock on hip hop shows. It's like they get wild and crazy and people go berserk and stuff. To have Guerrilla Union do this and the way they're doing it, it says a lot for the community of hip hop and how strong we are. And that we could be here on this island and, you know, 30,000 strong with just like mad talent everywhere and everybody's just loving it.
It's really like the mecca of festivals for hip hop. I mean, that's how I feel about it.